Let me tell you something, when it comes to older women, they don't have time for games. They've lived enough, loved enough, and learned enough to know exactly what they want. And if she's into you, trust me, she's going to let you know clearly, confidently, and with class. You just got to pay attention. Sign one thing, she gives you her time willingly and consistently. See, time is valuable to an older woman. She's got responsibilities, peace she protects, and energy she don't waste. So if she's making time for you, calling you, inviting you, checking on you, that ain't by accident. She's choosing you. And a woman who chooses you is a woman who sees something special in you. When an older woman is into you, the very first thing she gives you is something she doesn't hand out lightly, her time. See, with younger people, you might find them free scrolling on their phone, just passing time. But an older woman, she's got a life. She's got responsibilities, routines, maybe a job, maybe kids or family commitments, maybe even time she protects for her own peace. So if she's making space for you and all of that, that means you matter to her. She's thought about it. She's chosen it. And she ain't just talking. You'll see it in the way she shows up for you. She'll reply to your messages, not because she's bored, but because she genuinely wants to keep the conversation going. She'll ask how your day went, not out of politeness, but because she really wants to know. She'll make plans with you instead of just saying, sometime. She'll say, are you free Friday? Let's grab coffee, or call me when you get home. I want to hear your voice. That's not just casual interest. That's effort. And effort is love spelled in action. Now here's the difference. Older women don't chase time, they manage it. They know every hour has value. So if she gives you a piece of her day, she's not doing it just to pass time. She's investing. She could be relaxing, focusing on herself, doing something productive, but instead she's choosing to share that moment with you. That decision should tell you something loud and clear. She wants you in her life. And pay attention to how she gives that time. It's not rushed. She's present. When she sits with you, she's really with you. She's not on her phone, not distracted, not half listening. She looks at you, listens to your words, laughs at your stories, remembers the small things you tell her. You could have mentioned something small like a meeting you're nervous about, and the next day she'll ask, how did it go? That right there. Attention mixed with time. That's interest you don't ignore. And don't think she's doing it because she's lonely. Older women aren't afraid of being alone. They've usually already gone through heartbreaks, disappointments, people wasting their time. So they'd rather be alone than with the wrong person. So if she lets you in, it isn't out of need, it's out of choice. There's a big difference between someone who needs you and someone who chooses you. She'll also make time in subtle ways. Maybe she cooks for you, brings you lunch, checks in when you're sick, stays up late just to talk because she knows you had a bad day. She shifts her schedule, not in a desperate way, but in a way that shows you matter to me and I want to be here for you. She doesn't cancel on you, doesn't disappear without reason. She treats your time with respect too. Even in silence, her time speaks. Sitting with her, watching a movie, driving somewhere. There's no rush, no awkwardness, no need to fill the air with words. That quiet comfort only happens when someone truly wants to be there with you, not just near you. So if you ever find an older woman giving you her time, consistently, intentionally, with care, understand what that means. Time is her love language. Time is her way of saying, I see you, you're worth it. Sign Tusi, she supports your goals like they're her own. Older women admire purpose. If she believes in you, your dreams, your hustle, she'll stand with you like your biggest cheerleader. She'll ask about your plans, push you to be better, and help you see your worth when you don't. That's not just interest. That's affection with intention. When an older woman is into you, you'll notice it not in grand gestures or loud declarations, but in quiet, powerful ways, like how she starts believing in your dreams, sometimes more than you do yourself. She looks at you and sees your potential, not just your present. She listens when you talk about your goals, your ideas, your crazy plans. And instead of laughing or ignoring them, she asks questions. She wants to understand. She cares about where you're going, not just where you are. She'll check in on your progress. How's that business plan going? Did you finish that course you said you were taking? You talked about wanting to move to a better job. Did you apply? She's not nagging, she's investing. She wants you to win. And when someone wants to see you win, that's not random interest. That's someone emotionally involved. See, older women respect ambition. They've seen enough people waste time, waste talent, waste their life on excuses. So when she sees a man with purpose, even if he hasn't reached success yet, she admires that. She's drawn to that growth, that hunger, that fire in your spirit. And she'll do whatever she can to keep that fire burning. Maybe she pushes you a little when you start doubting yourself. Maybe she says the exact words you needed, but didn't know how to ask for. You're capable. Don't give up now. I'm proud of you. Those words hit differently when they come from someone who means them. But her support isn't only emotional. You'll see it in actions. If you're working late on a project, she might bring you coffee or food. If you're stressed before an interview, she'll help you prepare, fix your tie, and pray for you. If you're tired and losing motivation, she'll remind you why you started. That's not just interest. That's partnership energy. That's a woman saying, I'm with you. I'm in this too. And here's the difference between a girl and a woman. An older woman doesn't support you because she wants to control you or take credit for your success. She supports you because she genuinely wants to see you become your best self. She understands that real love doesn't shrink you, it builds you. She knows that a strong man and a strong woman don't dim each other. They elevate each other. Sometimes she'll see things in you that you don't even see in yourself. She'll remind you of your strengths when you're doubting them. She'll call out your excuses, not because she wants to argue, but because she wants you to stop playing small. She'll tell you, you're better than this, and you'll know she says it out of love, not judgment. And it's not loud, not dramatic. She's not posting about you on social media, not making a scene. Her support is calm, consistent, steady, like, I'm here, and I'm not going anywhere unless you push me away. You start to notice the way she talks about you to others. She speaks proudly with respect, not bragging, but honoring you. He's working hard. He's building something. He's got so much potential. That right there, that's admiration wrapped in love. A man feels different when he has that kind of woman beside him. He walks with more confidence. His mind is clearer. His heart is calmer. Because when someone believes in you, really believes in you, it changes how you believe in yourself. Sign 3, she flirts, but with confidence and class. Now her flirting ain't like the playful games you're used to. She'll give you a soft compliment, touch your arm when she laughs, or look at you a second too long. She's subtle, but intentional. She doesn't rush. She lets you know, I see you, without saying a word. When an older woman is into you, her way of flirting isn't loud or obvious like you might see with younger girls. It's subtle, graceful, and confident. She doesn't chase you, but she lets you know she sees you. And trust me, when a woman with experience decides to show interest, she knows exactly how to make you feel it without saying much. It's in her eyes, her tone, her presence. She won't play childish games like ignoring your messages just to get attention. That's not her style. She'll talk to you respectfully, but there'll be a softness in her voice when it's you. Her laughter comes easier around you. She'll lean in just a little closer when you're talking, brush your arm gently while laughing at your jokes, not because she's being playful, but because she's intentionally closing the space between you and her. She compliments you differently too. Not just, you look good, but things like, you carry yourself well, Or, there's something about the way you think. She notices things others don't. Your manners, your mindset, the way you treat people. And when she says it, it's not a line. It's honest. Because older women don't flatter. They observe and they speak truth. Her flirting isn't rushed. It's calm. She'll hold eye contact a second longer than usual. She'll smile when you enter a room like she's been waiting for you. She doesn't need to be loud to get your attention. Her energy does the work. The way she carries herself makes you straighten up a little, talk a little deeper, stand a little taller around her. Not because she forces you to, but because she inspires you to. And let me tell you something. Older women don't waste touches. If she puts her hand on your shoulder, fixes your collar, or lightly touches your hand while talking, that's not random. That's an invitation. It's her way of saying, I'm comfortable with you. You can be comfortable with me too. She's giving you permission to step closer, not with words, but with presence. She teases you sometimes, but gently. She might say, you think you're smooth, don't you? With a smile that tells you she knows exactly what you're doing. Or she might challenge you just a little, not to belittle you, but to see if you can handle a woman who knows herself. Because she's not looking for a boy to impress her. She's looking for a man who can understand her. You'll notice she remembers the small things. You told her you like a certain cologne. She notices when you wear it again. You said you were tired. She asks if you slept well the next day. These little things, this is her way of saying, I'm paying attention to you. She doesn't ask for anything in return. Her interest is quiet, but it's real. And even when she's not speaking, her body language talks. She faces you when you talk. Her feet point in your direction. Her posture relaxes around you. When she laughs, she sometimes tilts her head back and looks at you first to see if you're smiling too. These aren't accidents. They're signs of comfort, connection, attraction. She doesn't need to compete with other women. She knows her value. She flirts with confidence because she's not trying to impress you. She's allowing you the chance to impress her. Sign 4. She lets you into her world. An older woman values her peace and privacy. If she opens up, shares stories from her life, tells you about her past, her struggles, her success, that means she trusts you. She's not trying to impress you. She's being real with you. And when a woman gets real with you, that's a sign she cares. One of the biggest signs an older woman is into you is when she starts letting you into her world, not just the pretty part she shows everyone, but the real part. Older women don't open their hearts easily. They've learned over time who deserves their truth and who only wants their surface. So when she starts sharing pieces of her story with you, her past, her struggles, her lessons, it's not just conversation, it's trust. She'll talk about things she doesn't normally bring up with just anyone. Maybe she tells you about the time life broke her down or when she had to be strong for everyone else. She may share stories of her childhood, her family, her mistakes, her victories. She's not trying to get sympathy. She's showing you who she really is. No filters, no pretending. That's her heart saying, I trust you not to judge me, not to use this against me. And when she listens to you, she listens fully. She remembers what you said, not just the big things, but the quiet things too. She starts asking about your life in a deeper way. Not just, how was your day? But how are you really feeling? What's on your mind lately? She wants to understand what's behind your smile, behind your silence. Because she's not interested in small talk. She wants a real connection. You'll notice she lets you see her routine, her life, her space. Maybe she invites you to her home, not to impress you with how it looks, but to let you into where she feels safe. Maybe she cooks for you, plays her favorite music, shows you the books she loves, or the scars she hides. She's giving you pieces of her world because somewhere in her mind, she's imagining you fitting into it. And when she's comfortable with you, her guard drops. She doesn't always look perfect. She might show up tired, in simple clothes, hair tied back. but she's peaceful around you. She doesn't feel the need to pretend. That comfort is a deeper form of attraction than any compliment or flirt. It's her saying, I feel safe with you. Sometimes she lets you see her vulnerability. She might tell you she's scared of something. She might admit she doesn't have everything figured out. That right there, that's intimacy. Because older women don't like to appear weak. They've spent years being strong. So if she lets you see her soft side, her tired side, her emotional side, that's affection. That's trust. She also lets you into her circle a little. Maybe she introduces you to a close friend, or she mentions you when talking to someone important in her life. She may not label anything yet, but if she's speaking of you proudly, talking about your kindness, your efforts, your dreams, that means she's already chosen to value you. Her world isn't just full of people, it's full of peace. She protects her space fiercely. She doesn't allow drama, gossip, or negativity near her. So if she lets you in, she believes you won't disturb that peace. She believes you'll respect it. And she'll want to know your world too. She'll ask about your family, your childhood, your fears, your dreams. Not because she's nosy, but because she wants to know the man behind the smile, the boy you used to be, the man you're trying to become. That right there is love in its quietest form. Not loud, not dramatic. Just two hearts slowly trusting each other with the truth. Sign 5e, she brings stability, not chaos. Listen, she's not trying to control you. She's trying to calm you. She'll bring you solutions, not problems. She'll ask about your day, but also your mindset. And when you're around her, you'll feel safe emotionally, mentally, maybe even spiritually. That peace she gives you, that's love showing up in silence. One of the clearest signs an older woman is into you is the kind of peace she brings into your life. She doesn't come with drama, confusion, or emotional games. She brings stability. She brings calm. She becomes a place where your mind can rest and your heart can breathe. And believe me, that's not because her life is perfect, but because she's lived long enough to know the value of peace. She's not trying to control you. She's trying to calm you. You'll notice it in the little things. When you talk to her, she listens without interrupting, without making everything about herself. She really hears you. If you had a bad day, she doesn't just brush it off. She says things like, it's okay, you'll figure it out. Or, I'm here if you need anything. Those words might sound simple, but the way she says them feels like home. She doesn't start unnecessary arguments. She doesn't create problems just to see how much you care. Older women don't have time for childish tests. If something bothers her, she'll tell you honestly. If she needs something, she'll communicate it clearly. No silent treatments, no mixed signals. She chooses clarity over confusion because she knows relationships built on insecurity don't last. When you're around her, your anxiety feels lower, your shoulders relax. You don't feel pressured to be someone you're not. She accepts you as you are, but she also encourages you to be better, not by criticizing you or making you feel small, but by reminding you of who you are and what you're capable of. And she won't add chaos to your life. She won't pick fights just to get attention. She won't disappear to make you chase her. Instead, she'll be present, steady like a heartbeat. She brings comfort, but not laziness, peace, but not silence. She'll ask if you've eaten. She'll remind you to take a break. She'll send a message saying, drive safe, and mean it from her soul. Even in disagreement, she's calm. She might tell you, let's talk about it when both of us are not upset. She's not running away from problems. She's choosing the right way to handle them because she understands that love isn't about who wins an argument. It's about who fights to keep the relationship peaceful. You begin to notice how different it feels to be with a woman who is emotionally mature. She doesn't react to every mood swing. She doesn't use your kindness against you. She brings order, not confusion. She brings solutions, not more problems. If you're stressed, she helps you find a way forward. If you're overwhelmed, she reminds you to breathe. And sometimes, without saying a word, she'll just sit with you so you don't have to go through it alone. When she's in your life, it starts to feel like your mind is less noisy. You sleep better. You think clearer. You feel more focused. Because love shouldn't make you restless or anxious. It should make you grow while keeping you grounded. She isn't trying to change your whole world. She's just trying to make it softer, safer, and more meaningful. Not with big speeches or dramatic gestures, but through quiet loyalty, consistent effort, and a presence that feels like light in a dark room. That's the beauty of an older woman's love. It doesn't shout. It doesn't demand. It heals. Sign 6, she chooses you with intention, not out of loneliness, but admiration. When an older woman is into you, one thing becomes very clear. She chooses you with intention. She's not interested in wasting time, and she's not entertaining you because she's bored or lonely. She's past the age of playing with emotions. She doesn't fall for someone just because he gives her attention. She's looking at your character, your consistency, your energy. And if she decides to give you a place in her life, understand this. She sees something in you she respects. It's not desperation, it's admiration. She's not with you because she needs someone to fill a space. She's with you because she believes you're worthy of being there. She looks at the way you think, the way you treat people, the way you carry yourself. She sees potential, not perfection. And she makes a grown woman choice. Yes, I want this man in my life. You'll feel that choice in the way she treats you. She doesn't flirt with 10 men and pick one. She gives her energy to the one she values. She won't text you today and ignore you tomorrow. She won't act interested one moment and cold the next. Her effort is consistent because her feelings are real. She's not trying to impress you. She's simply showing up as herself and letting you know, this is me. If I choose you, I'm choosing you honestly. She doesn't rush you into a relationship, but she makes her intentions known. She'll say things like, I'm not here to play games, or I appreciate honesty. She sets the tone early, not to scare you, but to make sure you know the kind of woman you're dealing with, a woman who knows her worth and won't settle for half love. And when she chooses you, she accepts your flaws too. Not blindly, not foolishly, but patiently. She knows nobody is perfect. She's not looking for a man who never makes mistakes. She's looking for a man who owns them, learns from them, and grows. She respects growth more than perfection. You'll notice she stops entertaining other options. She's not entertaining compliments from strangers or letting random men get her attention anymore. Her energy starts to center around you, not in an obsessive way, but in a peaceful, loyal kind of way. Because when a woman chooses you with intention, she doesn't need backup plans. She also starts aligning with your world. Maybe she remembers your schedule, supports your goals, or even adjusts her time to match yours. She listens to the music you like, tries to understand your passions, asks about your day, not because she has to, but because she wants to be present in your life. That's choice. That's commitment without a label. And here's something you need to understand. Older women don't give their hearts easily. They've healed from things they never told anyone about. They've walked away from love that hurt them. So if she decides to open her heart again, that means you've touched something deep in her soul. Her love might not be loud, but it is brave. She'll make you feel seen, not just as a man, but as a human being. She'll remind you of your value when you forget it. She'll speak life into your dreams. She'll stand beside you quietly. And somehow, her silence will say, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere unless you push me away.